Hello, Bodyman's the Fireman, and welcome back to episode 4 of our Let's Play on LawFold. Yeah, LawFold, that's it. So today, well, I don't know what we're going to be doing today. We have, well, all the fields bar this one are done, so this is the last one to be finished. As you can see, we have $163, well, dollars, pounds, whatever, in the bank. I've put a few loads of grass in here, just to sort of put a bit in here. What else have we done? Took a couple of mods out, that's the thing. So we don't have the big Amazon cedar, or is it an Amazon? I don't know. The big cedar we were using, I took that out because people were having problems with it, and we've got the big DC9 now as well. We may get another one of them. But in this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to buy another trailer. 31,000, 47,000. So we don't want one too big, otherwise that combine can't tip into it. I think that one will do for now anyway. Right, I also want to get a different, where are they? Loading wagon. So we want this one. This is a modded one. As you can see, it holds an absolute shit ton of grass, which means it'll fill that pit. We'll set up wide tires. 105,000. So we've got 23,000 left. We're just going to reset the trailer, and I'm going to start selling some sunflowers because they're at Aberdeen Grain. They're selling quite high at Aberdeen Grain, which is what we want at this moment. So we're going to take a couple of loads of that. We're going to also refill the Fendt quickly because it's also running out again. We are going to have to keep sort of sorting out the combine and that with the other one because of how much it's going to want to, well, because of how much it uses and fills up. Right, so let's hook this up in here. There it is. So we actually have got quite a lot of seed stored up. Now Aberdeen Grain is the furthest, is on the other side of the map. Not Highland Grains, but where the BGA is. Wait, sunflowers. So you wait there. We'll get you. Which this little trailer is going to be sold, and we'll buy something else because this is not feasible. Fucking miles out. Right. What? I did want to get another tractor as well this episode. We also need to get a set of feeding equipment. That's the other thing we need as well. Feeding and bedding down. We're probably going to get that 7,800. We're not going to get that ever because it's crap. Yeah, 7,800 is quite a cheap tractor. I got this crystal. It's good, but it's not brilliant. Right. So let's go put that. We'll go tip this load in and then come back down. They could say we could just keep the Fendt on this one and let the JCB go do the road work, which we probably could, but I want to keep this one on this trailer. Now hopefully that combine will be full by the time we get back down there, so we can completely empty it before we leave. And we are just going to keep selling it. Once one place goes into the red, we're just going to stop and then go to the next one that's green. Because the prices aren't too bad at the moment, so we might as well get them sold. We'll just have a quick look at the other ones. So we've got this one here, soybeans. We could go to there. So as you can see, they're on the red. They're going down. So Highland Grains we're not going to. We'll sell Aberdeen Grain. Yeah, sell to Aberdeen Grain till it goes red, and then sell to that one till it goes red, and whatever. I'm gonna keep the soya beans, I think, until we start seeding again, because that will, as you're using seed, you can kind of just replace it. Replace the money you're using, and we will get pretty much all these fields seeded with something. A bigger combine is in order, I reckon. For what we need. Right, please just get full at the end of this row. Empty in. I'll wait for this to happen and then we're done. Well, and then this, well, this trailer's not done with yet, but at least then it can keep going. So, we still need quite a few things to get the cows done. We need to make some grass bales as well. But I wanted to get the silage out the way, because that's the easiest thing to do. And you may notice the lag is gone. It was the AI, I think it was having, like, it didn't like working with Courseplay, which I've also got. So I've had to just take it out my game. Right, to Aberdeen Grain, let's go. This is going to take some time. I think this thing only goes about 32 miles an hour. But 31,000 litres of sunflower is going to make us some pretty good money. Well, this thing's not too far behind the fast track. The fast track only does like 45 miles an hour. I think that one does about 40. I think the biggest one does 45. Yeah. Right. Oh god, it's shaking. Right, so let's just sort of pull around the corner like that. There we go, good as new. So yes. I was going to buy this big trailer off screen, but I thought we'll save it and buy it in our Let's Play. Just because I do buy a lot of stuff off screen and then just sort of say I've done it. But it's nice to just kind of have a few things bought on screen. And yet, I know what I did then was pretty much, it's very stupid of me. We do have the back window open. Can't do any karting without a back window open. The JCBs don't open, so that's why it's never open. I'm just thinking of a crop rotation to put in. We've put sunflowers in. I think we're going to put OSR in that big field. In the big motherfucker with the big hill in it. I think that's going to go into OSR. Field 32, I'm still deciding whether to attempt to use Courseplay or whatever in it, because it did have a few hissy fits with me. It didn't with the combine. It had hissy fits, or just with Courseplay in general, it just crashed it. So I'm not too sure what to do with that. I would like to get into login at some point. I think we're going to do that very soon. Well, we're doing it. We would be doing wood chips. Let me fucking spit my words out there. Open, you bastard. Turning the steering wheel without turning your arms. That's why my hand was right up then. Right, so you can tip off. You just gotta make sure the price is okay. Where's Highland Green? Highland Green. No, Aberdeen Green, sorry. Oh, it didn't like that. It got stuck on the roof. So we got £61,000 for that. And also a tractor that got stuck. Come on, you bitch. Reverse. No, we don't want the radio. Is that fucking radio off? Because that radio is a bastard. Yes, it's off. 84,000 for that. That's not too bad. That's pretty good. £61,000 for that load. Well, that's something we are going to have to... Well, we're going to have to keep selling it anyway, so we'll do another load and see what the price dips down to. Because it was at a point where it was on £2,000. What else? What else have we bought? So yeah, I had... In the last episode, I did have some suspicion that it was the bale trailer that was causing the lag. It wasn't. It was that AI, extended AI vehicle help, or whatever it's called, was actually really messing the game up. And, so, and a load of other mods as well. Quick switcher for one. A potato harvester. The seeders were really messing it up as well. So I've took all them out. They're all gone. Yeah, and as you can see, it's working quite well. Now we are, well, I do like to get a little yard tractor, which I think we might just get the crystal for that, or something else. Right, if we get this right, we should be back to the yard by the time the combine gets full. A little update of what's happening with the setup. This TV, this LGB TV, and this other computer screen that I've got over here, that's a secondary one that I keep looking at. They're going Wednesday, hopefully. I have got a 27-inch to replace the TV, and I've got a 24-inch screen to replace that one. I will get the details. I will do an unboxing video on the Wednesday, because I've also got some car parts, well, a car part to fit to the legendary beast that is the Corsa, because it's got a it's not misfiring, because on a misfiring you can really feel it permanently. It's when you ask it to pull hard and put power down is what's happening with it. It's the coils are worn out on it, or whatever you want to call them. I call them coils, don't know why, I just do. But I call them coils. Ignition switches, whatever you want to call them, fucking I don't know. They sit on top of the spark plugs like a distributor, and they just sort of, this one's got two screws that screw it down, you unscrew them and they'll ping off as one unit. So there's one of them coming as well. We won't bother with that, we don't want to know about that, we just want to know about the screens. So bit of a Christmas pig out I've had there. Merlot's still here. Bale stack is done. As you can see, it's not the straightest stack in the world, but I do recommend these. Get them. This is a brilliant mod for stacking square bales. It is the easiest thing to do, because it has a collision all the way around here. You can just take them off and just sort of push them in. And I mean, it's not the straightest stack in the world, but some of them that were sticking out, you could just shunt it in. I mean, there's a big gap here, but I couldn't sort of fit any more in. Yeah, it's not the straightest, but but these, honestly, these do help. Just get them. They are very detailed as well, I found. Yeah, very, very, very detailed. Oh, some German. I can't read that because I don't read fucking German. Me speak English. Right, let's take this bad boy back out. I do like adding hours to a fence that's already at 13. Well, she'll be on 14 in a minute. Hours. Oh, we've got 84,000. Let's have a quick mosey. So that's 20. Oh, that's 41. But we need that. We don't need that, so we'll get that because that's £41,000. That's the feeder out the way, done. Next item I would like to get is a set of butterflies, which we actually have enough for, but we would only have £900 left, because I would like to get the bales sort of started as well. We've got a tedder, So our machinery is growing slowly. It's all growing very slowly. Now, before the next harvest, I will, well, actually what I'll do is I'll sort of seed, I'll sort of seed the fields, like, you know, slowly in that, but, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of keep the game, well, I might just keep the game clock ticking at times like 30 or something, without anything in the ground, you know, just the animals, skip a day, and just try and see if we can't get a great demand to come through for some of these other crops and just get them out. Because Highland Grain will allow you to store them, but it costs you a small charge, and I don't want to do that. But I would like to just keep putting these high value crops in the ground. Oh dear. Got the hiccups. I haven't got a drink neither, so I can't clench my thirst. Right, yeah, I know we're doing a lot of road work today in this episode, but it's got to be done. So yeah, Highland Grain. Oh, is it Aberdeen? Do I keep saying Highland Grain? Aberdeen fucking grain. There we go. So we've got a feeder. We've got a water bowser. The only thing we don't have is an animal trailer, but we don't need that. Because what I want to do is I want to have one on a lorry. I would like to get a lorry in this Let's Play as well. I'm not going to go for the big Peterborough, whatever the fuck it is, Mac thing, whatever. That I'm probably going to go with the Tatra because that's quite nice, or the MAN, as everyone calls them, Mans. Go for one of them because then we can put the big animal trailer on, and that will most definitely help because you can haul like. I think the one I've got another one, if you saw, just next to the other feeder, which is one off Modding Central, and them guys did it. I can't remember how many animals it holds, but it holds about 20 cows, so it's pretty good, which is better than the in-game one. I don't even know how much the in-game one holds, but yeah, I would like a little yard tractor to just sit in the cows because it saves having this. This thing is 390 horsepower, and I've got it sat at the cows doing nothing. But that's not what I want it for. I want something that's cheap, cheerful, and can just live there. Because otherwise, we're just wasting power then. You know, right. Right, just check the thing. Yep, still okay, still a good price. When it goes to the red, that's when we're going to stop. So 60,000, 102,000 pounds. Right, before I forget, let's get them mowers in. Because once these mowers are bought, that's it. The rest of it is now just whatever we need. So I think the next stuff we're going to save up for is some forestry equipment. The big chipper here. We are just going to straight chip it. Now that thing is a bugger. I might look for a placeable one. What else do we need? We are going to get a forage harvester. Maybe just a cheap, cheerful piece of shit. Right, yard tractors. What would make a good yard tractor? We need something with a bit of horsepower behind it. Not the MB tracks, but I might get rid of them because they were causing some people issues. The crystal would be good. It just doesn't have a front link. That's the only problem. It's only £12,000. I've never heard the sound of it, so I'll have to test it off screen. But the combine is a full. Right, so the combine will have to wait till we get back. So there you go, there's our newest equipment bought. So what's that? We bought a feeder and a set of mowers, so we've got the butterfly set. I think we'll take this back, put this underneath the spout and get the two new bits of equipment here. I think we'll go out mowing and just mow. And then ted it all and bale it all. Because we are going to do it square bales, so we'll have to... well, we'll have to see how we want to do it. I think we'll do first of all, we'll mow it for grass silage for the clamp and put that in and get all that in sorted. Because we've got 60,000 now, we're okay. I'll do a load of selling off screen. I think because it's personally this is a bit boring for me. I mean, if I was watching this as a YouTube video, I'd have clicked off by now, because watching someone just drive backwards and forwards from one place to the other is not thrilling. But we're not big enough for me to just go out and do animals, go out and do this. We have to kind of just keep jumping. I mean, I've got hired worker. The only hired worker we've got is one, and he's running the combine right now. So the sheep are fine. They're okay. We need to get another bucket for down there. That's a good point. We also, at some point, I want to get a transport trailer. I have got one downloaded. It is very good. It looks very good, but I haven't tested it. Well, I have tested it. I bought it so it actually appears in the game and doesn't cause any FPS drop or anything like that. What I like to do with mods is buy them in the game, sort of get in them and see what they've got, and then I hit the record button around them and see which one drops the FPS the fastest. And then whichever one drops the FPS is the one I know to stick away. Well, either delete it or stay away from it. Yeah, as you can see, we had OSR in that field and sunflower in this one, so we have had. But I think we're doing. Personally, I think we're doing okay. I mean, yeah, you could be like, oh, why you just? So let's fill that up with one last load of sunflowers. I think we'll leave the fent on there anyway. We'll leave the fent on there for now because we're not going to use it just yet anyway. Because we have to keep looking after this little thing. Right, so whilst you're doing that, Aberdeen Grain's still paying a good price. I would like to get a lot of this sold before Aberdeen Grains changes their prices. Modification, buy that one. And buy the set of mowers. Where are the mowers? Mowers, there they are. Right, that's 3 things in the farmyard that want moving. Now, what I'm going to do is, with barley, because wheat is always at the lowest price, we're going to keep that for the pigs when we get them. Barley, we're just going to put on, I'm going to set up a cosplay course off there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get barley and take it to all 3 sell points, right? And then we'll have all 3 courses set for the thing, just in case we ever get to the point where I need to just set it to just go, and then what's it? That's probably the only way I could think of doing it. Otherwise, we're going to be in the shit at some points in this game. But yeah, eventually I would like 2 of them Johnskin trailers. Get rid of this piece of little shit. I mean, it's good. It has helped us. I've done every field with it that we own. But how many hours has it got on it now? So it's got 8 hours already work. I mean, the machinery doesn't really matter about hours, it's the tractors that do, because this game's now got it. If you have a tractor that goes over 30 hours, it costs absolutely a load to keep it, and it costs, and it's worth nothing, pretty much. Absolutely fuck all. It's basically like a game feature that makes you sell machinery so you don't make millions easily. I mean, you can't really make millions easily. This has had its prices edited this map. Not a great deal. They've been changed a little bit, but not. I think Scuderia changed the silage on this, but not a great deal of. Empty this. This Massey's been good, but she's coming up to 20 hours, which But unfortunately, I don't think we are going to get the funds to get rid of it and buy it back. I don't think we can. That's just me personally. We might prove me wrong. We might be able to get ourselves enough funds to get it gone. But personally, I don't think so. Right, so all this equipment's going to live at the cows. Right, these ones have an extra set of PTOs, so you can put these either way, I think. I think these will run either way, won't they? So that means we could put the tedder or the windrow on behind them, but I'm not going to do that because I like to just create work for myself. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, yeah, this is a bit unrealistic. You wouldn't probably put the front ones on. You wouldn't put the rear ones on the fronts, but it doesn't matter. It's only just to transport both things there. We've got to come back and get the feeder anyway. Yeah, this field here is the one we're going to... Well, I might fast forward time before I mow it, because there's quite a big chunk missing out of it here. That's from where I was cutting it and slowly putting it in piece by piece. Right, now we need to put the mowers in the shed. Oh, the video's nearly over anyway. Put the mower in here. No, do not unfold. Stay folded up. The next video, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and mow. Well, I'll get that field finished. Fast forward time a bit to get that field grown back, the grass one. I'll mow it, windrow it and whatever. And what I think I might do is I might make a crap load of bales off screen first time round, and then for the actual video we'll put then I'll fast forward time again, mow it and whatever, and sort it out. I don't know. We'll think of something. Yeah, as you can see, there's quite a bit missing out that field, and I don't want to kind of mow it and then half of it grow back and the other half not. Right, if we time this right, we should get that feeder back to the cow yard in time to end the episode, and that combine's eating away at that field. So yeah, it won't take too long to finish that, and then we'll blast a few other things in. What the fuck? Oh, I hit the gate post. I hit the post. Heave up the hill. I mean, I'm actually quite glad when we started this I actually bought this tractor. I mean, it's a lot of power, but it's so handy, because it will run just about anything on this farm. Like, for now I'm going to have to put it on this. So we've got 390 horse on a like 50 horsepower feeder. Fucking idle it could turn this over at feeding. So yeah, there's where the pigs are. We're not going to start them yet. The sheep and all the cows are okay. I just want to get the cows up to full productivity, because they do take the longest to get there, and they take the longest to reproduce and all that. But I think it takes 4 days to get the fields to grow in this game fully. So what we'll have to do is, I'll have to like, I don't think you'll ever see it where there's a growth where it's kind of growing and we're fast forwarding time, because that means we'll have to be feeding everything as fast as we can, depending on how many animals we have. Right, let's get this little fucker in this yard and then that's done. I do like to just cut across this field, it's easy. It's easy peasy. Right, so anyway, thank you all so much. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more today. I shall see all of you in the next video. Happy farming. Goodbye. Is it that button?